Hello?
Right, mate. I was just ringing to inquire about the availability of Robert.
Second yellow card?
You know, the tricky Brazilian cracking little player, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm aware of who Robert is. Sorry, Matt. What on earth are you talking about, mate?
I would like to buy Robert.
You want to buy Robert?
Yep.
Why?
I've been looking at my Roma team, and I think he's kind of the final piece of the jigsaw.
Right. Well, for starters, he's one of my... Hang on. Sorry, I've got another call coming through. Hello?
What is going on, guys? Jack here, bringing you another transfer bid for one of Parma's Invincibles.
Do you do that every time you make a phone call?
Do what?
That intro thing.
What intro thing?
He doesn't even know he's doing it.
Doing what?
Never mind. What do you want?
Rubio. I want Santiago Rubio.
Not you as well. Second yellow card wanted Robert, now you want Rubio. What the hell is going on?
Mate, I'm just making a friendly inquiry, manager to manager, man to man.
Ben, is that worth the space?
Yes, it's worth the space.
Mate,
How have you
doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Mate,
I
I
was
was missing
good.
the Lewis FC save. Loving it.
Yeah, thanks very much, mate. I'm really missing the Lewis save. Matthew Lewis was fantastic.
Wait, hold on. What are you both playing at? Taking over my intro, talking about second-rate Monnier and Matt Save. I think you both owe me an apology.
Sorry, Ben. Sorry.
Now, let's get down to business. I'm not offering Robert or Rubio out, but I do have a Cristiano Neri that you might be interested in. Boys? Oh.
Well, you've managed to f*** that right up.
Yeah, run the intro. Hello there, viewers. The box is back. It won't always be back. It's just today, with all what's going on in this house today, it's not possible to green screen today. But the box is back. Now, you look at the screen, you go in straw poll. That ain't usually what we start with. No, it isn't. Basically, folks, I've been offered the manager's job at two international teams. Those two teams are Italy and France. So, you're watching this on Monday. It's Sunday today. And I am waiting to see who Twitter and Facebook decide I am going to manage. If you quickly take a look at Football Manager here, you can see that Italy want me and France want me. France are offering me about 50,000 more. So, I mean, that one. I don't really have a preference. The options obviously are France to play with Monnier and to use Serge Chiron, who's just come in as well. So we've got two players that are ready, racing for action. Monnier's also out injured. He's broken his arm. I'll tell you how he did that. He was trying to leave to go back to Juve, and he has gone, by the way. And I can't get him back. They won't loan me. I'm a divisional rival, finally. And I tried to pull him back, and his arm broke. So I'm responsible for it. You shouldn't break. You know when you've got a nice thing and you break it. That's what I feel like just happened. And obviously with Italy, there's a chance to go back and see Manoz. Storaro also plays for them, and we could call up Seri. We could just do whatever. So I mean, I'm easy on who we want to call up for this. They've got 15 minutes left of voting time, so I'll bring you the result in 15 minutes. Boom! That's the clock going boom. The votes are in, and you can see there it's 11 o'clock. I gave people till 11 o'clock on Sunday. 58 votes to Italy and 80 votes to France, and I've always liked the Marseillaise. One of my favourite national anthems. Probably my favourite national anthem. More so than the English. Yeah, I prefer the Marseillaise way more. So, votes are still coming in, but we're taking the French job. I'm quite happy with that. They wanted to offer me loads of money. So, France want Benji. 66 grand a week. We're going to be in the Nations League. Monnier, Chiron. There we go. The French FA have indicated their expectations. That adds a little bit more spice to our journey as Parma manager. Double trouble. That's what I'll call it. Double trouble. Now, folks, this is a bit of a weird time because this has happened sort of mid-transfer window, and because I wanted to ask people on Twitter and whatnot what they thought, then I've not really finished my transfer business. I've only sort of brought in a couple of players. Bob's is obviously now in. We've been waiting for him since the January window. Serge Theron, who I just think is just bloody excellent, and now he's my French striker with Monnier, which makes me very excited. I bought a player called Zidane, and you might think, have you nicknamed him that? No, I haven't nicknamed him that. He's Brazilian though, 23 years old. He's a central midfielder playmaker, which is exactly what we need for the new system we're going to be playing. At 23, he's already very well developed, so I'm looking forward to getting him stuck in, and a guy that my assistant thought would be quite good, and I just went, yeah, go on then, because sometimes I just crumble. So going into the summer, going into the new season, this is what the team's looking like. Manfredini, Rubio, Tecco, Baraka, probably going to get a new left back in. It's one of the key areas we need strengthening. Borba playing as a defensive midfielder, then Oliveira and Zidane in the middle, Aramides on the left, Ramirez on the right, with Chiron up front. We are not playing a player in behind the striker at the start of the season. We may switch to a swing and knot formation, but for now, we're going to play people where they like to play in the formation that we've got. Obviously, we've got Kondogbia, we've got Domingo, we've got a decent bench as well. Lucas Leiva's still here, by the way. I haven't actually offered him a new contract. He's just still here. No one's come in for him yet, so for now, he stays. And when you get ins, you have to deal with some outs. Minotti, Sigurdsson, Paulista have all left the club, not for a lot of money, but we've moved them all on. They just weren't playing, and I am not the sort of manager that just sits back and lets his team rot. But now I feel like with the budget we've got left, we've got 44 million left to spend, about $500,000 on wages. It's time for Parma to have a bit more drama. The finances, we will ignore that. We'll just ignore those. They're fine. They're doing great. So yeah, what I'm going to do is all my transfer business, and then we will talk to you about what we've done in the window. Robert and Rubio will not be leaving. Matt and Jack, thank you. Viewers, it's me again. Sometime later. I've been offered £50 million for Tecco. Obviously, the problem is it's from Juventus. They initially offered me 24. I went 60. They went, no, I said 50. They went, no, I said 50. They said, no, I said 50. They said, well, think about it. Then they agreed to 50. Oh, God. I've not sold a defender for 50 million on this game so far. I bought him for 13.25. He had a good year, and then he got injured, right? I don't think he's particularly injury prone. If he was, he'd be gone. I don't think he's particularly... I think he's a bit injury prone. Okay. Tecco. He's very, very good. He's very, very good. I'm asking Twitter again. Twitter are my new board of directors, it seems. I don't know what to do. 6'6" of versatile defensive Brazilian. I'll come back to you. I'm selling him. I'm selling him for 50 million. You might think this is meant... Sao Paulo will be due 7.2... so 43 million for Tecco. 6'6", left-sided to Juve. The deal's been done. There is logic. I'll show you in a moment. And before anyone says go and get Monier, they want more than that, so I can't get him still. I'm sad about it. My what's his face just brought me this guy, a 19-year-old centre back. This isn't Plan B. I just think for a 19-year-old for a few million, he's quite good. So thank you, the guys that have dealt with that behind the scenes. I'm now thinking I probably should have offered him out to loads of other clubs for the same price. Okay, folks, meet Plan B. So we sold him for quite a lot. He's demanding 1.1 million of his stake. Oh, okay, that's fine. We've got a guy called Carlos Roberto, who I've been tracking for a number of years. Carlos Roberto is a Sao Paulo defender who's 23 years of age. You might think 80 grand a week, 3.5 signing on, 1.5. Is he as good as Tecco though, Ben? He's pretty close. As far as centre backs go, he's not bad, I would say. I don't think he's bad at all. So he's going to come and sit at the back with Rubio. Him and Rubio are going to strike up a new partnership. I think he's great. He's world class, and he's cost me half of what I've just sold Tecco for. This was Plan B. This was what I was going to do. It wasn't Monier, as much as I'd like it to be. But Carlos Roberto has just signed for Parma. I'm just making sure that he's definitely coming now, because sometimes I make mistakes. Okay, so yes. I sold Tecco. Maybe I'll regret it. He's gone to Juve. Whatever. I've brought in this guy who has had average ratings in the past 2 seasons of 7.81 and 7.46. I think he'll be good. I think he'll be good. I hope he's good. Otherwise, that's a mistake. This is a bit of a mishmashy episode. I wasn't sure what sort of episode this was going to be. The whole international manager thing has messed with me. So far, we've brought in Sergei Theron, we've brought in Zidane as well, and now we've brought in Carlos Roberto. So there's Zidane and Carlos. I can't stop looking at him. He looks very pretty. I think he'll be good. He's quick as well. the back two now. I'll tell you what, I would play a back three if Manfredini wasn't developing nicely, and I think he is developing nicely. So this season I'm going to play him for a year, but this means we definitely need a left back. Oh, also Florian Beckman's back. I'm not sure if I even mentioned it. Florian Beckman is back for another year, folks, which I'm very excited about. Looks really solid. 18 heading, 18 marking, 18 tackling, 15 passing. Physically very good, technically very good, mentally very good. Lovely. But Carlos Roberto is going at the back. And he's a full circle. Oh, I've got another full circle. I've not had a full circle. I don't know if I've had a full circle on this game. Okay then, so the final transfer I'm going to make of this episode, because this episode's been very strange. I've become a new man. I've got a new job, everybody. And I don't know, I've just sort of brushed over it completely. Federico Di Marco doesn't have a face, weirdly. I don't know, maybe because he's very, very young at the start of the game. Obviously, he's a regen who's probably, I don't know, he must be around 17, 18 when the game begins. But yeah, he's Italian. He's not played for the international team, though. Made plenty of appearances for the under-21s. Physically, he's very good, and that's kind of the thing I focused on. Also, his crossing doesn't look like it's going to be too bad, and his defensive stats are not too bad either. Heading's not great, but marking of 16, tackling of 15, good technique, good off the ball. Decision-making's not too bad either. So I'll take it, you know. Some good 14s in there, some good 16s as well. So he's going to be our final signing of the window so far. There's another month to go. There is someone else coming in as well that hasn't happened yet, but I might as well show you as a sort of a teaser to the next episode. We're going to bring in, where is he gone? Where is he? Here, Luciano Vietto. Hopefully he'll choose us. We've bid for a loan deal for him. We are a bit thin in the striker department. It doesn't look as if we are, but Gonzalez is now gone, so we might as well remove him from the squad. This is kind of, as I say, this is our sort of third choice striker at the moment. I'd quite like to bring in Vietto. So we've got Loseri Chiron. How are we going to say that? Chiron, Sergei Chiron, probably, isn't it? It's going to be our first choice, and then we're going to bring Vietto in as a third option. Further up the pitch, we're looking okay. Wide men, we've got Ramirez and Avramedes. Robert can arguably play on either side if needs be. We've got to try and find him a position. I want to use him as the advanced playmaker, really, but it's tricky to know exactly what to do with Robert, especially when you've got players like Zidane, Oliveira, Kadogbia, Domingo, Borba. We've got quite a nice midfield mix right now, though. We've got a lot of options. And at the back, Beckman, Rubio, and Carlos Roberto are going to be sort of our three. I'm going to keep Neri. I know lots of people have been saying buy a new goalkeeper, but after last season's performances, 15 clean sheets, only 18 goals conceded, I don't know how I can possibly bring in a new keeper after that. And Tessi's a good backup. I think we focus on the keepers too much, really, and that's my fault because I'm the one that talks about it. Lambert and Manfredini are going to be our right backs. The only real position that isn't really, really strong, I guess left back's the same. But the problem with my left back spot is I know I've got loads of money, right, but you have to spend 25-30 million to bring in a left back, and it's not a position I see as a completely key area, so I'm not that worried about it. May still bring in a really talented forward player, not too sure, but there's time to go. So in the next episode, you're going to be brought a couple of things. The main thing, though, being the Super Cup final against Juve, and we'll probably play our first game of the league season, as well as bring you the Champions League draw for the upcoming fixtures. So that's going to be exciting. I've also decided that our French form, now, because I'm going away next week, right, so what I'm going to have to do is bring you kind of another series. So what I've planned on doing is this, and it's very exciting. This week, as you've seen from today's earlier video, if you've not seen it, we're doing comparison videos between different positions within the Premier League and how those players are getting on in a whole season. Next week, the 5 videos I'm going to bring you in sort of the morning time around 12 o'clock are going to be how the French side get on. So obviously, as you can see here, I've got a couple of games against French teams. I've got like Belgium, so that'll be Monday's episode next week. Does that make sense? I hope you understand what I mean. So basically, all the French stuff is going to be like one game, one episode, shorter videos next week, and then Parmesan will continue as normal in the afternoon. So it's going to be like 2 saves within a save. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean. If it doesn't make sense, you'll figure it out next week. And if you've got any questions about it, leave it in the comment section and I'll reply with proper answers. So if you've enjoyed today's video, wait a minute. If you've enjoyed today's video, please leave a like. If you want to see more, subscribe to the channel. Lots happened in today's episode, so let me know what you thought about it all, and I'll see you again soon. With love, with care, from me, Dr. Benji. Goodbye.